Welcome to Get Your Mind Right. Today, we're diving into your questions and insights in our mailbag segment. Thanks to everyone who wrote in. Let's open up the mailbag.
Welcome back to Get Your Mind Right, the world's only podcast for digital marketing and merchant sales professionals. Well, today's Friday, and as you know, that means it's mailbag time. And this is the place where we tackle the hard questions that keep sales reps up at night. Well, we're staying with last week's theme, and that is how do I do better in 2025 than I did in 2024? And specifically today, we're diving into one of the most common hurdles in sales, and that's overcoming challenges that prevent you from reaching your full potential. Specifically, we're going to address the two big ones: cross selling and boosting your closing ratio. These aren't just buzzwords, they're keys to leveling up in your sales game. So let's break it down. Well, first of all, why do some sales reps struggle to cross sell? This is an important question because cross selling is a powerful tool to increase revenue and deepen relationships with your clients. Yet, it's an area where many sales reps stumble. Why? Well, it boils down to a few common pitfalls. Number one, that's a lack of confidence or product knowledge. Now, imagine this: you're meeting with a client and you know there's an opportunity to add value with a complementary product. But instead of presenting it confidently, you hesitate. Maybe you're unsure how to position it, or worse, you're not entirely clear on the product's features and benefits. If you don't believe in what you're selling, if you lack conviction, and guess what? Your client's not going to have any either. Now, the second one is fear of overloading the client. Some reps worry that introducing additional products will overwhelm or annoy the client. They think, what if I push too hard and lose the deal entirely? This fear often leads to missed opportunities. Number three, failure to identify the client's needs. Now, cross selling is not about throwing products against the wall and seeing what sticks. It's about understanding your client's business deeply enough to recognize where additional solutions can solve problems or create opportunities. This can be the key to your success. Never forget, your competition slings products. You provide solutions. This is not a subtle difference. Those that understand that difference tend to win a lot. And the fourth thing is lack of process. Cross selling does not happen by chance. If it's not built into your pitch or the follow up process, you're relying on your client to ask you, or you're relying on luck. As I've said before, luck is not a strategy. So, how can you overcome these cross selling challenges? Well, if you're struggling to cross sell, don't worry, it's a skill that can be developed. Here's a few tips to get you on track. And number one is master your product suite. Confidence comes from knowledge. Take the time to understand the full range of solutions that you're offering. Know the features, know the benefits, and most importantly, know the value they bring. If you can't explain it simply, that means you don't understand it well enough. If you cannot explain it simply, you're not only making it hard for the client to say yes, you're making it very easy for them to say no. Now, second, adopt a consultative approach. Cross-selling works best when it feels like a natural extension of solving clients' problems. Ask open-ended questions like, what's your biggest business challenge right now? And also, when you know something about the client's business or industry landscape, you might ask them, how are you currently handling this specific issue? Once you understand your client's needs, introduce the additional product as a solution, not necessarily even as an upsell. The third thing to do is make it about the client. Frame the cross-sell as a way to save the client time, money, and or effort. For example, Mr. Client, if we integrate this solution with what you're already using, you'll streamline your process and save you hours each week. The fourth thing to do is to practice and role play. Cross-selling can feel awkward at first if you haven't done it, if you're not practiced at it. That's why you should practice with a colleague or a mentor. Role play scenarios until it feels natural. The more you practice, the more confident you'll be in real conversations. The last thing here is to track your success. Incorporate cross selling into your follow up process. Make it a habit to review your clients' needs regularly and identify opportunities for additional solutions. Track how often you're introducing these products and measure the results. Now, today's second topic is what you can do to boost your closing ratio. Oh, closing. It's the holy grail of sales, but it's also where many deals fall apart. Why? Well, because closing isn't just about asking for the sale, it's about everything that leads up to that very moment. Here's some things that are holding you back. And the first thing is weak qualification. If you're spending time with the wrong prospects, your closing ratio is going to suffer. Not every lead's a good fit, and you know what? That's okay. Some merchants you cannot derive value from, nor can you offer value to them. And once again, that's okay. And some merchants, for various and sundry reasons, you just don't want. And that's okay. The key here is to qualify aggressively upfront. The second thing is lack of preparation. If you were in school right now, you would walk into a test unprepared. So why in the world would you wing a sales pitch? Preparation is everything. Research your prospect's business, understand their challenges, and tailor your pitch accordingly. The third thing is the failure to address objections. Objections are part of the process. They're organic. If you're not prepared to handle them, they'll derail your sale every time. And the fourth and last thing here is not asking for the sale. Believe it or not, many sales reps get all the way to the end of the pitch right there at the finish line and forget the most important part, asking for the business. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's lack of confidence. Either way, it's a missed opportunity. Now, for the record, if you've qualified the client and you've properly prepared for the call, the close is the easiest part. All the client has to do is to say yes. If you're delivering on the value proposition, why wouldn't they say yes? It's a natural and organic way to end the dialogue. So hopefully by now, you're ready to take the plunge and boost that closing ratio. Here's how. Qualify like a pro. Use discovery calls to identify prospects who are ready to buy and are a good fit for what you're offering. Don't waste your time chasing leads that don't align with your target markets. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Walk into every meeting armed with information. Know the client's pain points. Tailor your pitch to address them and anticipate objections. And once those objections come up, handle them with confidence. And the best way to handle them with confidence is to anticipate them. Create a list of the most common objections you hear and develop clear, concise responses. For example, here's an objection. It's too expensive. Response. You know what? I completely understand the price is a concern. Let me show you how this solution will actually save you money over time. Be direct and clear. When it's time to ask for the sale, don't dance around it. Be confident and direct. You might say, Mr. Client, based on what we've discussed, it sounds like this solution is a good fit. Are you ready to move forward? There is no magic here whatsoever. You can't be any more straightforward than that close. Next is to create urgency. Sometimes clients need a little nudge. They need a little push. Use deadlines, limited time offers, or risk of missing out to create urgency. FOMO is powerful. And last but not least, follow up relentlessly. Most deals aren't closed on the first try. Follow up, provide additional value, and keep the conversation going. Persistence pays off. Get obsessed with follow up. Now, my favorite part, homework for the week. You'd think I let you off that homework, did you? This is fast becoming my hallmark. Well, here's what I want you to do. Number one, identify just one client where you think you can cross sell. Prepare your pitch and schedule a conversation. And number two, review the last three pitches that you made. What went well? What could you improve upon? Write down at least one action you'll take to boost your closing ratio next week. And for this week's final thoughts, sales challenges are part of the job, but they're also opportunities to grow. Whether it's mastering cross selling or closing more deals, the key is to stay proactive, prepared, and persistent. Remember, every no gets you closer to your yes. Until next time, keep pushing, stay focused, and remember, every single day is a chance to get better. I'll see you back here on Monday.